Hello guys, this is a website of our client, one of our client. So today we will be discussing about how you can disinfect your WordPress site. It is little bit hard to understand and find out that your site is hacked. Usually, the consequences of this site being hacked is very bad, and you won't realize it until you are being reported or being your web services or web server is being utilized, or your WordPress code is being utilized to do malicious activities like sending fake email via fake name and all that. So one we'll log in into this interface. One thing is, let's check if the site is infected or not. So now it is hardly visible that my website is hacked, and as you can see, everything is working fine. It is the site is properly working on HTTPS, but since this WordPress site has been left unattended for quite a long time now, like 2 months or so, so a certain theme and other plugins needed to be updated. So when I checked in last, I found out this to be infected. I found out with a plugin name called WordFence. However, there are ways to check it on other tools as well. Like Securi is a plugin for WordPress, and they provide this lookup also. So let's check that if it can find the vulnerabilities, the problems in my WordPress site in terms of security. So as did not detect any malware on your site, but you still believe that your site has been hacked, sign up for they're trying to sell, but this has failed to detect any malware infection on intellium.co.in on this site. So let's log in and let's check what is the problem, and we'll manually remove those viruses. So okay, I think it's case sensitive. It's hard to remember if you have a number of sites. So I will log in with one of my. Now I'm inside the WordPress interface, WordPress CMS as admin, and as you can see, these are the flagged ones which needs to be updated as now. And there was a recent WordPress update to 4.4, which I think 5.4, 5.3, which I already did it. So you can reinstall in case if there is some compromises in WordPress. This is all possible only when if you are able to access uh, web access the admin part of your WordPress login. So if that is not done, there will be I'll try to make a separate video how you can recover your WordPress site when you are not able to log in into your admin interface to do any such activity like backup and all that. So I have already installed WordFence while the time the site was live. So let's go to WordFence. This is a plugin. You can easily install this kind of plugin. So let's see, there are three found issues, and these issues are malware related issues, and it might say that it cannot repair this file, and there are certain code injection in the scripts as well. So we'll have to manually find based on this path the we need to remove this line from this file. How we will do it? Uh, we should have file manager access of our server. So if we'll go to our server, we'll log in. Now we have already logged into our server panel. We have this droplet working as my Vulture is the cloud service provider for this. Now I'll copy we will copy the password, and we will log in to our VPS interface, and let's see if we can log in. Once done, we'll go to file manager. See, what I'm trying to do is we'll go manually into this file here, and then we will look up for the changes which is supposed to not be there, but it is. So we'll go to the accounts, and since it is Intellium, right, and we'll go to public HTML and WP content. Let's WP content themes broker function.php. Themes broker. I think this was it. Themes broker. Okay, oops. Here it should be somewhere. Function.php. Let's code edit this file, and we have to remove this particular line from here. This is malicious. This is a backdoor. So this will be used to send malicious email to other people, and finally will end up getting your website as being hacked or being suspicious. So we need to remove this. I'll look for this string whole as whole, and we'll copy it, and we will go to the code file, and we'll look where it has been pasted. Preferably it is at the starting of the document, or it is at the end of the document. We can search as well. Okay, so we do a little bit of it. We just search this password, and we are unable to find it. Maybe because let's do this. We need to find this, and we got it. This is the one. Okay, and this whole line should not be there. So this is malicious code. If you delete file, there will be a serious problem. I don't know what problems it could. We need to remove just this. Okay. We need to remove I think we need to remove the entire snippet here. This, I think so, maybe till die. Let's see the other infections. Other infections are okay. This was in these two are seriously wrong one. Get all links. So we need to remove get all links till here. Okay, get all links, set id links, create page. We will have to remove this entire code block, but I am little bit skeptical. So let's remove it. So as said, we'll save the file and we'll just hope that it works and nothing has been screwed more. So we'll go to the second file, wp content plugin js composer include. Okay, there was something helpers class bc helpers. Oops. Okay, we'll go to this file, class bc helpers, and we will code it on this. Wow. Okay, is it the same file I'm looking for? This may be a backdoor, so we need to search this. Let's search something. Where it is. Okay, I need to search in this file, coded it. This is something wrong. Let's create a new file and let's search this string here. Okay, so we need to search entire. API word.press. You see, this is something wrong going on here. Get file contents till here from this file. Okay, let's see what they are trying to mail. This is the file they are trying to make. Oopsie. This is how WordPress site is exploited. Let's do it in private browsing. This is something. Okay. It may be possible that this is down for now. Oh my god, this is working. Yeah, WordPress something. Okay, so we will remove this, and we will just hope that this has not been screwed. So there are two vulnerabilities that were found to be critical and unrepairable. We had to go manually into this on this path, on this file. We had to look for this line, which WordPress security has already told us. Again, there are number of ways where we can know that how this can be fixed. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope it might have solved the issue. Let's see. Let's go to intellium.co.in and scan for if there any malware is still present. It might take some time. Meanwhile, I'll check if the site is working properly. It doesn't seem to have much problem, and it works as intended. I might be able to log in from here as well. So the point is, today we learned how to remove. Let's look at some scan results. There has been decrease in number of counts. Only two issues have been found, out of which only one is critical, and I think this is because it was not saved, and we need to remove this. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the same file, that is helper class vc.helper, and we'll code edit this file. Okay, and we'll look for what we will look for is this, and we will find it here. Okay, this is what file it is. Oh my god. Install code. I think this is okay. This is the same file, and we have to this text. We need to remove it. Okay, we need to remove this, and we need to remove this. Copy this stuff, just paste it to original file, save it, and I hope this time we have closed the back door. Let's scan it again. I know the video is going to be longer, but I'll try to speed this process, this boring process of being scanned. And there are other ways in which you will come to know about your site is being hacked or it was hacked for like last couple of days and you didn't notice, you didn't on in your admin panel, you were never notified, you didn't use any plugin, and it is a very painful thing to witness. After it takes a long time to get your reputation back on Google search. So whenever someone visits your website or your client's website, so they might get a page saying that their website has been used for suspicious activities, or is there any some malicious code being run on that website, or has been hacked or something, maybe a phishing content, or this kind of warnings happen to some of my clients recently. And trust me, someday people will get you. There are minor fixes to fix this. One thing I should suggest is kindly be vigilant on the updates of plugins and other components of WordPress and WordPress itself, making sure that you use a security plugin. If it is a premium plugin, it's much more better. But I'm using free WordPens plugin. You can use security plugin. You can use a lot of plugins are there, and we get the Google Sitekit also, which also tells us how how bad the health of our site is, or if any thing is required from our end. So thank you guys. I'll speed this process now, and I'll show you that there is no critical issues, and there is no backdoor being utilized, which they could have if I didn't I missed this. If I had no WordPress installed on this WordPress website, so I might end up in a situation where I couldn't means I was answerable to my client that how is my website hacked, and these are the things. So as you can see, we are using this on SSL, and it's also free SSL. It's called Let's Encrypt. Detail on this will be you can find this on in another video, like in the one in which I have made a detailed instruction of how to convert existing VPS from cPanel to CWP, which is open source and free. However, I'm using CWP Pro here, so I'm using CWP Pro. You can see I'll update it shortly after this because I have limited amount of resource on this PC. On this server, actually, the PC is very good. Server is very slow. As you can see, guys, we were able to remove all the backdoor in our PHP files of WordPress. All those backdoors were identified by WordPress plugin. There are a number of plugins. If you know more of it and how you can, there could be more vulnerabilities and issues which WordPress was not able to detect. If you know such and such kind of tools to explore where if my website has been hacked or not, kindly leave this comment in description. For now, I know two such plugins. One is WordFence and second one is Security. Security is this, as it told us that there was no such problem, and site is not blacklisted, and there was no malware found. Still, we detected there were some code blocks that was not required, and which was at the disposal of someone else's, the attackers. So whenever that site came up or would come up, it would trigger some email from your server to masking the entire identity of the attacker, and you will be just a bait to deploy multiple or malicious files or fake emails to multiple people, which is a bad thing, and eventually you'll get reported and you'll get bad reputation on your website. And if this website was left unattended, it would have remained that way for a very long time. So this is a critical risk for if you're managing your own website, or if you're doing it for your client. It's your duty to make it secure as much as possible. Thank you guys. This is Sandeep from Helpless Technologies signing off.